Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to start creating a story map using Story Maps by ArcGIS. The first thing you need to do is open a new tab, and you want to go to storymaps.arcgis.com. When you get to this website, go to My Stories, and it will open up this page. You will have eventually more story maps like I do, but for your first story map, you're going to come over here to Create Story, and you're going to choose Map Journal. Now, when this loads, it's going to give you two different options for your presentation, a side panel or a floating panel. Side panels are much easier to manage, so I would highly recommend you choose side panel. And it's going to ask you to give this a title. I'm going to ask you to title it with your last name and your natural disaster. Now, the way that this sets up, and this panel just covered it, but over here, this is called the main stage. This side of your presentation is where your image or your video or your map is going to go. Over here on the left, this is called the side panel. This is where your text goes, your captioning. So what it's allowing you to do first is it's allowing you to pick what you want for your main stage content. Because this is a presentation you're creating, I recommend you start with your image. And that's one of the requirements. You're going to want to have an image of your natural disaster. So I've already downloaded one, so I'm going to upload it. And then it asks me, how do I want to position it? Do I want to fill, fit, stretch, center? Whatever you choose. You can always come back and fix this if you don't like what you've done. Next, it's going to ask you for side panels. So here, what you may want to do is you may want to start with some kind of a fact. This fact I'm about to type is fictional. I'm just typing something, but you're going to want to look up a fact about your natural hazard. Just an opening statement about your natural disaster. And now if you look, this is how it is set up for me. If I don't like this, then what I can do is I can go back into my little edit. And by the way I got to that is with this edit button. And I can choose main stage or side panel. And let's say I don't like the way that this picture set up, I can then choose it for it to center and hit save. And now it's repositioned it so it's centered over here. To go on to your next slide, you come over here to add section. Now for this, I'm going to put in a video link. And I've already got a video that I found, and it's a YouTube video. And this is the one that I want to select. And again, I can choose to fit it, fill it, center it. I'm going to center it. I have to give this a title. So, and I'm going to give it a caption as well. And you can see, here's my video, and it's embedded. Now, as I take a look at the story map, if I want to go back to my previous one to make some edits, I use this navigation tool up here. This is my home. And then as I work my way through, it moves its way down. So now I can add a section, and I want to show you how to do a map. Now, you should have already created your own copy of the natural hazards map. So if you click here, you want to select a map, and it's going to open up all of your maps that are in ArcGIS. And so if I select the map, now this is where I play with what my viewer is going to see. I can change the location. So I can move it around, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can do whatever I need to do. And once I'm happy with it, I hit save. I can change the content, which are what are the layers that are going to be shown. So let's say I'm just showing these two, an avalanche locations and major ocean currents. Pop-up, I'm honestly not sure what this is. So now I have to title this. And this is where you are going to write your evidence and reasoning. So, and claim. So you're going to say, does this phenomenon influence your natural hazard? And how do you know? So I could then get into you can see I've made my claim, I've presented the evidence, and I've reasoned it out. So now I can add that. And that's now my third slide. Oh, why isn't let me edit this. It looks like it might have taken out my avalanche locations. So that's what I want. We'll save that. And so you can see my avalanches, you can see my ocean currents. And you're going to work your way down, add another section. You're going to keep the map. You can change the location of the map for the next one. You can change the content. So let's say I'm going to do rainfall along with avalanche locations. Whichever one you click second will be the one that's on top. I can save that. I can title this. I would then type in my claim evidence reasoning, add that in. And you can see that now the map has changed. If I move my way back up, you can see, oh, this one didn't save. Oh, no, it did. Okay. So you can see that I can still go back and edit my other slides or my other sections. And each time it gives me a new presentation here. What I would recommend you to do is each time you make a change, come on over here and save it just to make sure. And that's how you make a story map. We'll talk more when I'm back in class.